common sight in the 80s and 90s. Not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, it's wild card weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They go play action here on first down. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. Now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the second round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner, no matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around for the future. That's got to feel good for everyone associated with this team.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. They'll dump this off to Cook. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. They'll run on first down. Mitchell. They find some open field here. And all the way down to the 37. 43 yards rushing for him now as he has started this wild card round with a flourish. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. First carry now for Trey Sermon.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
On 1st down, Lance. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the 49ers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw here. It's complete to Cook. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right, then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round, they told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner. Great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second and 6. And this one complete to Smith. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the 1st. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
He's going to look deep down the field. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally, and you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe than returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Now here's a throw that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. They'll set up a throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to...
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 37 yards. And the Niners continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Eric Armstead. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. On 1st down, it's Mitchell. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
On 3rd down, Mitchell. Finding some room at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers! I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
We want Tampa.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Bug season.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
I'm going to work.
There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
Oh,
you whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Cook running right. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Oh my fucking god.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll run on 1st down. It's Mitchell. Space to maneuver at the 40. How about that for just running out the clock? What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there. Making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Right back to him on 1st down.
Get out of here, Jack. Get out of here, Elijah. Get out of here, Elijah.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 40-yard touchdown. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners are able to widen their lead here in this first half. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will extend this big lead. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. The running there is Cook, but no lane to be found as they'll stop him behind the line. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
What?
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Two runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the
Oh,
hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That boy got 4 completions, 4 touchdowns.
Because they nearly got to him there.
That was another one.
First sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Fielded at the 20. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now a run with Cook, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll drop to throw. That's to Cook out of the backfield. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing, but in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley, and the 49ers are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. On 1st down, Mitchell.
Get up, fool. Get up, fool.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 171 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round.
He was throwing them pills off of that balcony. They're having foxes out this bitch.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Mitchell, and he'll work this forward for about 3
gonna crawl up here.
2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, and
Triple threat.
like, okay,
Used to hoop there.
it gets tough in here.
Used to hoop at triple threat.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Did you used to link up with bitches and y'all would hoop?
Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll bring him down.
I'm saying though, you played basketball.
3 yards on the pickup.
Did y'all used to link up and hoop?
Interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Did y'all used to link up and hoop when you played basketball? Y'all only played at practices and games?
But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big time play?
Where? Okay.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A million times.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Get in there, Trey.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Oh, pussy. On
2nd down now. It's Mitchell. And
if I go to jail.
Into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Elijah Mitchell. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Roses now to add the PAT.
Broken wheel.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it again with Cook. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. Second down and 8. Again, it's Cook. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Vikings on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And complete right side to Cook. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 26 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll try and run for the first with Sermon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And the Niners will continue on as we say so long, everybody.